And we don't have any research to build in because, this funding provides us a lot of resources to facilitate teachers to develop different kinds of resources, and then also help us to, create different opportunities and platform for faculty members to understand more about service learning. So the reason why we have this idea is because we all know that in 2016 to 2017, all the students need intake, and they will need to, complete a graduation requirement, and that is service learning. And so somehow we have to prepare for that. So we actually interviewed some of the faculty members in 2012 and find out that a lot of faculty members, they don't understand about service learning. Talking about 40 faculty members out of 198 faculty members at Lingnan. And then they tell us they want to have more training related to service learning, and 65% of the teachers also think that, they want to have more knowledge related to service learning. And then they also don't have a lot of knowledge related to service learning assessment, and even talking about community partnership, because service learning is very important because it's not just talking about teaching. It's something that you need to engage with the community and then facilitate and create a platform that students can learn better. And so we have different aims in this project. We want to enhance teaching and learning in service learning courses at Lingnan. And then we also want to provide different kinds of training for faculty members. So we get a chance to invite different scholars that they are famous in service learning to come to Lingnan and then to share with us about implementation, outcomes, learning outcome, and course evaluation of service learning. And then we actually also want to prepare faculty members to make sure they know the implementation of the service learning graduation requirement in 2016 to 2017. And here are our intended learning outcome. The intended project outcomes. What we actually want to do is to promote service learning as a pedagogy and also means of community engagement. So we have different kinds of activities. It's all listed out in here. We also hope that we can facilitate teachers to incorporate service learning into their course and also echo to their learning objective and also address to specific community needs. And then we also hope that to facilitate teachers to be able to design and also evaluate the assessment tool for their service learning course. And we also want them to understand about their role in service learning teaching and also learning activities. And we also hope that we can also share best practice when we introduce different kinds of faculty members from other university, and then they can know how other university they implement service learning. And what actually we also want to do is to create resources. So if you come up to the Moodles, and then you will find actually a column related to service learning, and then teachers can access the the resources. If they want to know more, they can even go to our service learning webpage, because we have one column related to faculty also. So you see, we have different ways to address the intended outcome, and I will actually talk about that later on. And then at last, what actually we also want to facilitate our faculty members is to connect them to our local and international community. So in here, I just want to show you why faculty involvement is so important. A lot of study mentioned about that. If we want to do service learning, the key elements is not about students, it's not about the community, it's about the faculty members, because they are the one who design the course. They are the one actually who know what learning objective that they want our students to achieve. And they're the one actually also think about how their community need, how we can actually use the course outline or the course content to address the community need. So somehow faculty are very important. And because of this kind of, importance, so we think that training and support for faculty development is very, very essential at Lingnan. Especially, we need to make service learning as a graduation requirement in 2016 and 2017. So somehow, we start to think about what else that we can do. So we do faculty training. So we actually invite different scholars from overseas, from local, to share with us about, their expertise related to curriculum design, outcome-based of service learning, and also community-based research. We also organize a faculty retreat. We have different faculty members join us in Courseworld, and then we have the director of Courseworld to share with us about the community need and how actually we can address to the community need when we design the course outline. And then we also have, faculty members, senior faculty members actually in Michigan State University to come and share with us how their university implements service learning, and then what actually the senior management support need to given to the faculty members. And then we also even, use some artistic way to invite some artists to come to share with the faculty members how we can use art to create service learning project. And then we also have a series of symposium focused on service learning. It's about faculty engagement and service learning. We have staff from PolyU, UST, IED, and then also CTU. Those universities who have service learning, they come and share with us about their service learning experience. And of course, Lingnan faculty members, they also share the experience. So you can see we have quite a lot of faculty members and also outsiders to join our program. Other than faculty training, we also have community partners sharing, because we think that it's not just about we create a symposium, we create a workshop, and then faculty will come. It's somehow you have to think about what you can attract them to do it. So somehow we create a service learning practitioner circle. For example, we have quite a few faculty members from Department of Chinese. We actually let them get together to discuss and think about what is the best way to conduct service learning. Because quite a lot of people, they question how Chinese can do service learning. But we have a lot of creative faculty members actually at Lingnan, and we talk. We exchange ideas. We create this practitioner circle. We see it is very important. So we implement it, and then we also do it in different departments. And we hope that we can keep that momentum, and then to have them to exchange ideas. And then we also have faculty community meeting. So we have community partners called Yen Ai Ton, and they're going to get 30 million government funds to focus on youth innovation in Tuen Mun. This is a 10 million project. Actually, it's a 100 million project that every district they have. But Yen Ai Ton get 30 million project in Tuen Mun, and also get another 30 million project in Mei Fu. And the Mei Fu's one is focused on art, and that project that I actually lined up them with Department of Visual Study. And the 30 million project that in Tuen Mun, I line up them with social sciences department and also faculty of business, because what they do is to create social entrepreneurship. They also want to do about social innovation. They want to do youth development. So somehow we see this social issue is very important, but how we can link them up with academic. So we have this kind of meeting to arrange. And then so we invite teachers from different departments, and those teachers who are keen on doing service learning, we find out that actually many of them, they have a caring heart, and they care about the society, and they actually want to make a difference. And so when we line up them to talk to the social worker from different organizations, I feel very touched, because they all have a lot of ideas. For example, one of the teachers called Sito Xiaoying from Department of Chinese, and immediately she helped one of the our project organizations to write articles in the newsletters in Yen Ai Ton. And I think that this immediate action is because of the meeting that we arrange. And so we arrange that kind of meeting. We also take them to a social enterprise cafe. The food is better than, and then, so you can see actually this is the luncheon. And then we arrange the community partners to talk about their experience, how they work with our faculty members, and the successful partnership between Lingnan and community. So we have quite a lot of faculty members also join the luncheon, and then after that luncheon, they also have other collaboration. I remember that one of the teachers, again from Faculty of Business, right after start initiative to work on project under the strategic management. So this kind of platform we create, and thanks TDG, the fund, because of the funding, so we are able to create this kind of thing. And of course, we also save a lot of money because we want to do more. So we do more, like we create our faculty newsletter. So we also interview our faculty members. And in here, I actually have a folder And you can take a look all the information related to the faculty outreach, and we also create a faculty handbook. And then we find out that this is very important because it's not about you have your resources, you just put it in your bookshelf. It's something that how you can outreach to others. It's about the promotion skills. So somehow we actually have the faculty newsletter and then interview our teachers, interview our students, how they actually learn from the teachers also. So all the information are in this folder, you can take a look. And the second thing that I really feel happy and also really appreciate the fund is because we can send our faculties to present their service learning experience in the 5th regional conference on service learning and come back. Actually, we have very strong teamwork, and because of their support, and I think because of the faculty, and they actually give us a lot of support, and then also the experience to share with other universities, so somehow also strengthen their momentum and also strengthen the commitment on service learning too. So all together we have students and faculty members get together, and this fund of course support the faculty members, and then we look for another fund to support our students to go together to this conference. But before they go, we actually arrange teachers and students pair up, and then they can learn from each other, and then students will consult with the faculty members. That also echo to our liberal arts education because it's about close teachers and students relationship. And then we also revamp our web page, and one of the link that you can see, we have faculty resources, media commons, and thanks Rachel, because the digital commons also help us a lot. And what we actually do is we divide our project into faculty base. So we have faculty of arts, faculty of business, and faculty of social sciences. We create not only resources specific for each faculty, we also create YouTube for them. So we actually recruit students, and also one of my colleagues work with them, and then to create different videos about the service learning project. And then we send it to our faculty dean, and then let them know how service learning can support their work. And then we also create the faculty manual, also course instructor handbook, and for those who are new to service, and they can actually have a lot of resources available. And so right now, we are actually putting all the information in our website, and we are going to create an online registration system. We want to see, to create a system that allow teachers, community partners, and students to get onto the website if they want to get resources related to service learning, and then they can just go to our online registration system. And then we actually find out that this project has some impact, of course, to enhance the quality of service learning, because every year we conduct pre and post questionnaire, we also conduct focus group. And then we find out that, after teachers, they go through the training, and then they told us they understand more about how they can articulate their service learning experience into the course outline. And then they also publish work related to service learning field. For example, like Robin Snell, quite a few publications recently focus on service leadership and service learning. And Ada Wong, I really like her because she worked with the students, co-author 2 articles about social entrepreneurship, and I think it's very good because I have never thought students will work with faculty members, and I think not faculty members will believe our students have the ability, but our students have ability, they have a lot of potential as long as we give them opportunities. And then Sophia Law published a lot of papers in service learning related field and also journal. And then I know Metta told me that she's also working on a paper related to documentary film. And I think somehow you will see, starting to have more faculty members are interested in this field. And I hope that in the long run, and the journalists will have one journalist focus on service learning, but I don't know, that will be something that we should work on. And then another impact is develop courses with service learning. You can see the number because of the funding. And then in 2012, 2013, 2014, not a lot of courses. In 2014, 2015, 2016, you see is quite a lot, more than 10 or even 15. So you can see the increase of the courses with service learning. I think it's because of the platform that we create, because we have more dialogues with the faculty members, and also because they care about the society, they care for the students' development. And then another thing that we find out that, have knowledge exchange with the community, and then have them to engage with the community. For example, you all know that at Lingnan we also have an Equal Opportunity Committee, right? And yeah, my boss is now the chairman of EOC, yeah, not now, in April. But actually, we have quite a few faculty members like James Rice from the Department of Philosophy, Lisa Learn from Department of Cultural Study. They are also in that committee. And then, so we work with them. So, for example, Lisa Learn's research interest is related to ethnic minority group. And then we will help to line up, a community partner. They serve with that group. And then they can start to talk about research project. They can start to talk about service learning experience. And James Wright concerned more about domestic helpers' life. And then so we line up them with different domestic helper association. And Yen Noi Tong also has a series of programs. I mentioned about their 30 millions project. And that's how we line up. And they have money. And then so what we do is just like a mediator. And then to get them marriage. And so somehow, I hope that, that will be a successful project for Lingnan as a showcase. And then another thing that we create because of this funding is we have service learning faculty coordinator. And then we can do more in this aspect, but it's better than nothing. At least we have departmental. They also have a service learning coordinator. And here are some feedback from our, teachers, and I'm not going to talk about it one by one, and then because of the time, but you will see that actually they also benefit a lot, and then, they know more about the idea and best practice from different practitioners. And here are some collaborators. We have more definitely, but you will see, even for local institutional collaboration, we have CUHK, UST, PolyU, and Hong Kong U. They do a lot of service learning. And then now service learning is not only Lingnan, and we see that all university and even, tertiary education like Gongjun, and they will also do service learning. And even, VTC, they do service learning. And I think this is good. Yeah, but we have to be careful when we design service learning. We need to make sure that we can really address the need of the community. Otherwise, we create a lot of pollution. So somehow there's a lot of things that we have to think about as a gatekeeper in OSL. And then here, oversee institutional collaboration because of the series of scholar program. And then we also have more international partners come to us and said that, oh, we want to send students to Lingnan because we want to have more students, they can come to Lingnan to do exchange program. It's not just exchange program. I want them to understand more about the community need. I want them to explore Hong Kong as a community. And so we have a lot of requests, so a lot of work to do. So somehow we need university to give more resources if possible. Yeah, otherwise we cannot, do all the things. Yeah. So the future development, what we are planning to do is to continue strengthen faculty-community partnership, because the partnership is not about just an institution, it's about individual. We find that when teachers, they work with the organizations very well, and they will start their project, they will start their dialogues directly, and then we just need to support. And then we also hope that we can provide more training and support and to the faculty members, and regular funding will be very good, especially related to the service learning research and implementation. And I actually need to also meet with the VP, because the VP told me that we also need to talk about the service learning research, and I really hope that this will be one of the agenda at Lingnan, because none of the university actually put service learning, in Hong Kong, put service learning as an indicator in the promotion and tenure guideline. But we, Lingnan, has done that. And then I hope that more faculty members, they know about it. And also, we emphasize the role of faculty service learning coordinator. This is one thing that I may need James' help, because, even though we get your money, the funding from you to do this, but I think we need more support from TLC, because we think that if we have the departmental service learning coordinator, maybe we can make good use of them to see whether they can actually help to review the course outline before they send to different committee, because there are lots of procedures and also a lot of requirements that we have to follow. And then even though talking about the QA of service learning is very tedious also. So I hope that, faculty members, they can understand about the procedures, because we have a whole set of QA system at Lingnan. And then another thing is to work closely with the faculty and also the registry to implement the service learning graduation requirement in 2016 to 2017, because a registry will be the one as the department to count whether students will fulfill the requirement or not. At the end, I think more could be done, not only our office or even the faculty. And when we have the retreat, when we have the sharing platform, and then quite a lot of faculty members, they hope to recognize their effort in doing service learning, and also to recognize their effort in conducting service learning related to research. And then they also hope that they could be recognized the work and effort done by the departmental service learning coordinator. And I think this is very crucial. And I actually have another TDG fund is focused on research, and that research we actually interview because of this project. We find out that we need to do more related to how faculty members' perception on service learning at Lingnan. So hopefully next year in this time, I will share with you about the results. Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.